The Marvel Cinematic Universe has got a tough set of choices to make when it comes to Spider-Man. Even though they've secured a third and supposedly final film with Tom Holland, Disney knows that they might not get a further deal to allow Spider-Man to stay in the MCU, and if that's the case, we might have a possible solution. What's up guys, Chris Killian here, and if the sequel to Far From Home is indeed Spider-Man's final MCU film, we think it should be based on the storyline One More Day. Possibly the most divisive Spider-Man storyline of all time, if you don't count the Clone Saga. One More Day happened after Civil War in the comics, whereas in Captain America Civil War, the conflict was exclusively about government oversight of superhero activities. In the comics, a lot of it centered on the idea of surrendering secret identities. That element was removed from the movie since most of the MCU heroes don't actually have secret identities. At the time of One More Day, Peter Parker had outed himself in order to show he was on Iron Man's side. As a result of Peter going public, an assassin who had it in for Peter accidentally shot Aunt May. This left May dying from a gunshot wound and Peter desperate for a way to save her. Long story short, he ended up making a deal with Mephisto to save Aunt May. Obviously, many details would have to change for the MCU adaptation. For example, Peter's secret life as Spider-Man was revealed by Mysterio, not by choice. That said, adapting One More Day would let the MCU wipe the information of his identity again from the MCU at large, a problem they may want to deal with in the third film somehow. It would also allow them to write Spider-Man out of the MCU entirely should they need to down the line. Here's more or less how we could see it working. Peter's life as Spider-Man is public, so someone comes for Aunt May and shoots her, much like in the comics. In desperation, Peter goes to Doctor Strange and asks for help to save May. As in the comics, Strange can't help. However, in the middle of this, Strange is dealing with Mephisto, a character rumored to be making his MCU debut sooner rather than later, and Peter decides to help Strange. Along the way, Mephisto offers Peter what he desires, May's life back and his secret bottle. All he wants in return is the world's memory of Peter. Mephisto does what he does, and the MCU forgets Spider-Man or Peter Parker ever existed. So the MCU can rest easy without Spider-Man if they need to, and Sony can continue Spider-Man however they see fit. And of course, if they make a deal for further films, they can undo this deal and make that the plot of the next film. What do you guys think? Would One More Day make a good adaptation for a third Spider-Man film? Let me know in the comments or tweet me at Chris Killian, and thanks for watching.